fans, this is TheSkulKlown.
Hello YouTube fans, this is TheSkulKlown here to review Hey Arnold, the Jungle Movie. This video is going to be a little bit emotional for me. I hope it gets emotional for you too, because I have never gotten such a good closure in my life. I am dead serious. Nickelodeon, if you're watching this, I'm being truly and brutally honest. I have never felt such a closure ending in my life. I have grew up and watched movies and even video games and TV shows have an ending that's been left on a cliffhanger. And I've always wanted something to always come back. Like a show to come back or a game to come back just to finish the story, and sometimes it doesn't. And then when it does, sometimes it will fail. And it's like, why do you came back to begin with? But this one, when you came back, you thought of it. You thought of the fans. You thought of how could you end this series perfectly. And this is one of the best endings to a TV show ever. If they get a season 6, I am up for it. I want Hey Arnold to come back. I love this movie so much. I cried. I was in shock. And I laughed. I laughed so hard. And this movie is kind of violent. And that's not a bad thing. It's literally, I mean, you kind of need that in this type of movie, obviously. And most people are like, really, you need that? You need that because this is especially in this type of TV show, Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie is supposed to be this big, huge thing that's climaxing to a big, huge end to get Hey Arnold's parents. And oh my God, it pulls the heartstrings so much that you have no idea. I would debate an anime fan to the moon that Hey Arnold pulls more heartstrings than in any other anime. And if you want to fight me with that, go right ahead. Because I will point out any other episode of Hey Arnold that will pull your heartstrings more than an anime freaking episode. I am dead freaking serious. Okay? And I love freaking anime that pulls the heartstrings and everything. It's like, but this one, no. This makes you want to not live anymore because of the heartstrings. But then when it's all over, you're happy, you cried because Hey Arnold got his parents back. I remember as a kid. Before I continue on, I do want to say this also before I do majority of the review. When I watched this movie, Hey Arnold as a kid, I was a huge fan. Huge fan. And when I watched the last episode, I was like, that's it? Maybe they're going to make a movie or something, but I didn't know what happened behind the scenes. I really didn't know what really happened behind the scenes until I got older. And then when I finally knew that this episode was the final episode, I cried. I bawled my eyes out. I couldn't stop crying for weeks, to be honest, because I kept thinking of, he's not going to find his parents. Nickelodeon was cancel it, and it's gone forever. And I kept crying because it was never going to happen. I thought it was never going to happen. And then the petition came. And I was like, I'm signing it. Maybe, I think I signed it twice. And those are the people that signed the petition. We did it. We did it, guys. We brought Hey Arnold back. We, not just, it wasn't just us, the fans. It was also other people too, but majority was us, the fans. We made this movie. We did. We made Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie, people. And for that, yes. Clap for everybody that was a part of this. Clap for the fans. Clap for the creator. Clap for Nickelodeon. Clap for everyone that was part of this project. This was beautiful. So, it all starts with Hey Arnold just moping about his parents. He really wants his parents back. And then obviously there's like a little San Lorenzo competition thing. So Hey Arnold tries to do something to go to San Lorenzo, and he and there's something that messes up, like the hobos just destroy his project and everything. I remember when I saw that, I was like, oh, come on. That's what's up with Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold could be like beautiful in one moment and then real life in the other. It's like, oh, you thought that was beautiful? We're going to take that away from you. Why? Because reality. Screw you, reality. Yeah. It's not fun and roses anymore, isn't it? It's literally like that. It's like, damn, man. Damn. And Arnold gives up, and Jared is just like, damn. Everyone is great. I wish the other characters got more screen time, but what are you gonna do in a short time amount of movie? You can't fit everything all. If it was like a 2-hour movie or a 3-hour movie, you could have fit all these characters in. I'm pretty sure you could, but whatever. I'm still happy to see these characters. I love them to death. I do. I feel like I grew up with these characters. I felt like I was friends with these characters. And when Hey Arnold gives up, Helga wants to help Arnold. And it's hilarious what she does. She gets Phoebe, and holy Mother of God, she has so many tapes of Hey Arnold, which is creepy, but you know what? I thought of that. I thought of Helga having so much tapes of Hey Arnold as a kid. I'm like, does this girl have so many tapes of Hey Arnold that he just... I mean, does this girl have tapes of Arnold for like a whole amount of time? And she does. I'm like, what the heck? And obviously Gerald finds out, but Phoebe doesn't care. Probably Phoebe thinks it's a kind of attractive or, adorable. I mean, not attractive in a way like, oh, I'm attracted to you, but like an attractive in a way like, oh, that's attractive. If I was into you, Helga, I'd be attracted to that, something like that. To a friend aspect, it's sometimes friends like to tell the truth, Other things, then Gerald makes this video of what they can get for what Arnold has done over the years, and I love the references. The references in this movie is beautiful. It's just outright beautiful. Every time they showed a reference or a character in this movie, I cried. I smiled and cried. I had a big grin on my face. By the end of this movie, my cheeks was hurting me. They were hurting me because I loved it. I loved it so much, and I cried so many times. Maybe you can see my eyes puffy, but yeah, my eyes. Every time I do cry, my eyes stay puffy for a very long time. It's one of those movies, and when eventually Arnold and Arnold's friends, they make this whole video. And it's cool. They're going to talk about Arnold for generations and generations. And it's awesome that they're going to, have Arnold like a legend, like they always did in the show with, Monkey Man, with obviously Penguin Man. And it was just awesome to see that. I told myself as a kid also, what if they did that with Arnold, made him as a legend? And they did. They did. Everything that I wanted as a kid, it came. And as an adult watching it, I'm like, my little kid self would have cried. Would have cried more than I would have. I would have looked at my little kid self and I would have been like, everything that you wanted, you got, man. You got. And it is beautiful. It is outright beautiful. And when they go to San Lorenzo, finally, Grandma and Grandpa, they feel worried, and rightfully so. And it's so funny how Grandpa reacts. It's like, you better take care of those kids. And Grandpa and Grandma in this movie are more funny here than they are in the show. Not to say they're not funny in the show. They're always funny in the show. Always. But here, they were like 100 times funny. I couldn't stop laughing. Especially Grandma. Grandma was so freaking funny. Every time she was on screen, I was just like, she is awesome. She is awesome. She's like one of the best grandmothers ever. I love go to San Lorenzo, they meet Arnold's parents' friend. And I was just like, this guy looks shady as hell. And when it was commercial break, I was talking to my sister, and I'm like, maybe he betrayed them. I'm like, holy shit, he did. How could you betray your own best friends? Arnold is going to be really upset. And if anyone thought that he did betray his friends, that would have been more crazy to have that in the movie instead of just being, oh no, I'm this guy that just pretended I just pretended that I knew your parents, and I pretended I was your parents' friend. But I'm not going to say the villain is terrible. No, the villain is the best villain I have seen in years. Best villain since Loki. Yes, best villain since the Avengers of Loki. I am dead serious. Because this guy is outright funny, disturbing, and outright crazy. He is everything you want in a villain. And I've told Sergeant Wolfhound about this. Like, we never had those villains that had fun with either with their kills or fun with, using their teammates or anything like that. And my friend was like, yeah, I miss those villains. This is the villain we have wanted for years. And you know what? It's a 90s villain. Well, not really a 90s villain, but still. If you watch some of the 90s villains, it clearly is right there. I mean, every 90s kid that watched this movie, you know that you watched a movie that a 90s villain was exactly like this. And you will be like, they took that from that movie, but they twisted a little bit just to make it more better. And yes, they did. The villain, he uses his own teammates to be like, oh, can you go over there for me? No, you can go. No, you can go. No, you can go. No, I insist. I love the villain so much. I love it so much. Let's fast forward a bit because I don't want to spoil too much of it. Alright, there's one part with Brainy and Abner when they leave the boat. I was in shock. I was like, holy crap. Brainy jumped overboard. We got a suicidal here. And then Abner jumps overboard too, and I'm like, what the heck? And then Abner goes to where Grandma and Grandpa is at, so he goes way back to where Hey Arnold to where Arnold lives, and it's like, how did a pig travel all the other side of the country to go to the United States? And it's freaking hilarious how they did it. And when I saw that, I was like, Abner, you could have made your own movie just by you talking about that. And I love how Grandma was just listening to him. He was like, really? Oh my, oh dear. I was just like, thank God. Oh, thank God, the humor is spot on. I love it. And eventually, Arnold finds his parents. But obviously there was some misconceptions with the villain. Obviously, they do find out that he is a villain. And it's awesome, obviously, but I'm not going to spoil too much, mainly because you just need to watch it. You do. And I will go more detail of it when I do review this, once I get the DVD, and I will review this movie, duh. But for now, this is just a first impression of it. And when he meets his parents, they can't wake up. I'm not going to spoil why they can't wake up. At first, I thought they were dead. Even my sister said that. They're like, they're dead. I almost died of tears. I was like, they're not dead. No. The parents are not dead. You can't do a Disney thing here, Nickelodeon. I'm sorry, you can't. Imagine killing all the parents here. That's a Disney type of thing. And I won't be surprised if Disney decided to do that in one of their movies in one day. Hey, have a kid, and they can't find their parents. Then they go find their parents, and then they see their corpse of their parents dead with a whole bunch of other parents that are dead. And the kids are trying to figure out how to bring their parents back, but they can't because they are dead. Yes, it's very heartbroken and cringeworthy and sad and depressing. But it becomes happy after. It does. except for another depressing part. Most people might be like, really? Can you stop doing that cop-out, please? Yes, I can understand that. But at the same time, you know they're gonna do it. Mainly because it's Hey Arnold. And it works. It works. That's why it's good. And that's what's really good about this movie. Everything that you thought would not work, works. Because it's Hey Arnold. Because the reason I'm saying it's Hey Arnold, because that's what it is. The characters are memorable. The song, the theme, the soundtrack to this movie, good. Just good. Really good. So, I do feel like at the end they kind of try to wrap it up really too fast, in my opinion. It's like, oh, the parents! Alright, now let's get this wrapped up. Boom, boom, boom. You just wanted to see the parents, people. Alright, let's go. And it's like, no. You could have spent at least almost a half an hour with this part, and yet you decided to rush it. Why did you rush it? This is the first time this character has come back, and you decided to rush the ending. Why? Why? It's like saying, alright, you found him. Let's go. 15 years. Worth it, right, guys? And it's like, no, what are you talking about? You're rushing it. Ugh. That's the only gripe I have with this movie. But overall, I love this movie. I want a season 6 of Hey Arnold. Bar none. I don't care what no one says. Oh no, that's fine. You should have the movie. No, no. Bring this back. Why? Because the creator, Trey Barker, you know he can write characters. You know he could. Alright? Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie proves it. And by the way, before I end this video, Loud House was showing before Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie, and Loud House, highly recommended, to be honest. It is one of the best Nickelodeon shows of all time. Deserves to be right next to the 90s Nickelodeons. I am dead serious. And if Nickelodeon, you listen to this, you should be really happy, because I love that show so much. I really do. I need to watch more of it, but I love the show. I really do. But moving on with Hey Arnold, this movie is well worth to watch if you're a 90s fan. If you watched Hey Arnold, if you just got into Hey Arnold, watch the shows before you watch this movie. And if you watch this movie before the shows, that's fine. I'm not going to judge you how you watch the shows or how you decide to watch these how do you decide to watch Hey Arnold anyways. So either you start from the first movie or the second movie or the show. Me, watch the show, then the movies. How do I feel about the first Hey Arnold movie when they saved the neighborhood? As a kid, I loved it. I loved it as a kid. As an adult, it could be better. It could be so much better. The Helga stuff, I still love. But some of the stuff with Arnold and Helga, I felt like it was forced. I felt it was not that memorable like it was in this movie. But overall, I still kind of enjoyed the Hey Arnold movie. But I enjoyed Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie even more than this movie. Mainly because it is more better. It's like compares to apples to oranges. Really, which one's better? To be honest, the Jungle Movie is way better than the Hey Arnold movie is. And I completely agree if anyone else says yes, that's true. So this is TheSkulKlown signing off. Have a nice day. Thank you for this review. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. And hopefully I get to re-review this when I get the DVD. And Nickelodeon, please do a season 6! Because that will be awesome. That's how I'll come back to watch your channel. One of the reasons. The other one is Loud House.
This is TheSkulKlown signing off. Have a nice day.